Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with My Hero Academia. Last time on My Hero Academia, we had the thrill of destruction. I almost said discussion, that's not right. There's not really too much thrill in discussion. I was gonna make a joke, it wasn't gonna be funny. Anywho, so Shigaraki woke up, destroyed, and we're kind of screwed. That's essentially it. Most of the heroes were getting away from the destruction as best they could. However, some of them did not make it, such as Crust. Crust ended up dying, but a bunch of them were trying to get away. And after Shigaraki was done, he radioed Makia, and now Makia is awake and he's off to fight. Also, there was a whole moral quandary about Hawks killing twice, but it was a moral quandary that was posed by Dabi, so I don't think it's a very valid quandary. But anyway, enough about laundry. We're moving on to today. Last week, we did not watch My Hero Academia. That's because I was on Thanksgiving break. And yeah, so today, we got to make up for that. We've got 2 episodes that we're going to do today. It's going to be pretty simple. There's nothing going to be any different about the video, really. So, like always, the reaction is down in the description and the pinned comment for your viewing pleasure. You just go and watch it the same way, but the reaction highlight is basically just going to be longer. So we're going to watch episode 6. We'll talk for a couple minutes after it, just a couple brief thoughts. Then we'll watch episode 7, all in the same video. And then after episode 7, you'll come back here to the YouTube video, like always, and we'll discuss both episodes. So, with that said, why don't we jump right into episode 6 of My Hero Academia Season 6. Here we go. Okay. You know, I love the determination, the determinazione. I always call back, anytime there's determination, I would just call back to Giorno. But I like it. Confidence is good. Facts on your side, better. And the facts are, you are study heroes, students. And that's Gigantomachia. Like, if it was Midoriya and Bakugo and Todoroki, I still don't know if they could do this, you know? Now, the good thing that would help them is they can dodge. They have been trained to dodge. Ida can dodge. Uraraka can dodge. Uraraka can dodge because she's got her freaking ODM gear. They aren't particularly trained to dodge. Now, what's stronger? Gigantomachia or Minetta's sticky balls? That's the next question. What's stronger? Gigantomachia or Kaminari's full output? And on top of this, Midnight just got her shit slapped. That's such a dick move where it's just building, just chuck a building at someone, like basically in a capsule corp thing, capsule. And Tokoyami's not there. Not that he would add much, but I would have like 1% more confidence if if Tokoyami was there. Jeez. Man, you know, for Mount Lady, Mount Lady's got to get jacked, you know? Like, Mount Lady needs the physique of Mirko, honestly. If she had that, she might have put up more of a fight against Makia. Because Makia's freaking jacked as shit, you know? But Mount Lady, at least just the way they draw her, she seems fine, you know? She's fine, she's strong enough. But she seems like, you know, I guess just above average because she's a hero. Whereas Mirko's fucking jacked, you know? Mirko's fucking jacked. And if Mount Lady had the same physique, she may have put up a better fight. I'm just gonna say that, alright? Man, you know something that's helped? And we're not going to go off on a big thing like I've done the past 5 episodes of this and also in World Heroes Mission. But I don't want to say I've turned my brain off to these episodes, but I've really just sort of let myself enjoy the chaos of the battle. Like, I'm having a fucking blast with this, and people are dying, people are getting the shit kicked out of them, and I'm having a fucking blast. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe just after season 5, which even in and of itself had some fun moments. Like, Shigaraki versus Re-Destro is just a lot of fun, you know? But this is like, I've totally just sort of, I've like turned off the worry in my brain or something. And it's like, yes, characters could be dying, you know? And with the death of like Crust, the injuries that Hawks and Mirko sustained, like all of this, the fact that so many people fucking died in Shigaraki's initial attack, like, I'm sitting here like, okay, I think it's open season, you know? Now, granted, do I think, like, Endeavor will die? Probably not. Will Gran Torino die? I feel like it's a little late to pull an Obi-Wan with Gran Torino, but you could, I suppose. Could Midnight die? Maybe, I don't know. It's either that or it's going to be an Aizawa moment from season 1 where Aizawa got the shit kicked out of him, but he fucking kept going and then, you know, was all mummified during the sports festival. So maybe we'll have that with Midnight. I don't know. But I don't think, like, any of our class is going to die. That would be a surprise. If Mineta just fucking died, you know what? I would be sad. I would personally be sad because I like Mineta. Yes, I know there is a lot of Mineta hate out there. I am not one of them. I mean, yeah, does he have his bad moments? Of course he does. I will acknowledge his bad moments, but they never got under my skin like a lot of people, and that's fair. If you hate Mineta, I fully understand why. But at the very least, in the last couple seasons, I feel like he's gotten a lot better. But if Mineta dies, I'm gonna be fucking sad. You know, if anybody from Class A dies, I'm gonna be fucking sad. You know, but in the meantime, I'm just soaking up the chaos. And honestly, yeah, because that does builds on what we've been talking about this season and stuff. And it's like, I think I've just gotten to the point where it's like, I cannot be emotionally destroyed by anime anymore, you know? Or at least not every friggin' episode. And that's just it. I have just embraced the chaos, and I love, and we're not going to rant about it. We're not going to go in depth about this, but I absolutely love when Gran Torino is like, oh, you know, you're a disgrace to the Shimura name, and Shigaraki's just like, who is that? I don't know. Are you gonna die now? I don't know why. It's so fucking funny he doesn't care. And now this has been reinforced. They reinforced what I've been saying, because the whole thing of like, I don't think he's really in it for, you know, the big grand 200-year-old story or something. It's like, because it's like, oh, you need to get all for one. You need to get one for all. You need to do this for me. This is my will. You will do this, Shigaraki Tomura. And Shigaraki's just like, oh, he's trying to like use me as a puppet. Go fuck yourself. I'm gonna do this for myself. I want one for all because fuck it. So, again, it literally reinforces what I've been saying, is that, yeah, Shigaraki doesn't care. All he cares about is destroying because he likes it. I feel like it's like the end of Breaking Bad when Skylar's like, if I have to hear one more time how you did this for the family, and Walt finally says, I did it for me. I feel like that's Shigaraki now. It's like, if we have to hear one more time that he's doing all of this for this grand plan, and Shigaraki's just like, I did it. I'm doing it for me. Why? It's fucking fun. It's just it. That's it. All right. Stuff this episode. Endeavor versus Shigaraki. I mean, Jesus. I mean, this is episode 6 and 7 of this season. Is the whole season gonna just be them continually fighting? Like Aizawa's had his eyes open for 2 episodes now. Like, I don't know. It's just... Is this just gonna be the entire season? It's just a fucking fight. It's ridiculous, you know? But yeah, Endeavor versus Shigaraki. The animation, my god. My god, that animation, though. It's ridiculous, and I love it. He's searching for one for all, and they heard that. They heard that. That went over the radio. That went over the radio that he's looking for one for all. And then Deku says, you know, it's possible he's looking for me, you know? He stays pretty vague about it, but he says it's possible he's looking for me, and sure enough, that's where... Because Shigaraki is tracking that quirk, so obviously that leads straight to Deku. So, it is now a problem, and while, you know, Bakugo's right is that you can't tell them. You can't tell them what one for all is, but they absolutely know. They absolutely know that Shigaraki is after Deku, and now they have to protect him. They have to protect him, but they are allowing him to fight, you know? Like, they're working this, not to an advantage, but they're working with it, you know? They're working with it that they know he's after Deku. So they're trying to put people between the two of them. So you've got Endeavor attacking, you've got Gran Torino attacking, you've got Eraserhead, you know, who's looking, and now you've got Bakugo. You've got Bakugo as well, and Deku is throwing in a hit or two when he can, you know? So they are doing their best, you know? But yeah, I love that. I friggin' love... I love immediately, you know, Deku runs because, yeah, he has to stay away from the civilians. That's the best way to keep the fight away from them and protect them, is luring Shigaraki away. And I love that Bakugo immediately understands and goes with him, you know? And it's not to protect Deku. It's not really to protect Deku. It's to fight Shigaraki because he knows that the fight is coming to Deku and he wants in on that fight, you know? He's not going to let Deku have the fight all to himself. And he wants revenge on Shigaraki because of All Might, you know? I love when they cut to All Might and he's watching the news with Eri. It's like, oh, that's nice. Because we haven't seen All Might. Like, because that was the interesting thing watching this season right after the movie is, in the movie, it's like, okay, how do we have All Might in this movie, you know, where they're going around the world and stuff. And so they keep him like at the control center of the World Heroes mission. But they didn't do that in this season. Like, there's this whole control, it's this almost the same like control room basically where they're, you know, getting reports and coordinating things, but All Might's not there in this one. So it was good to see where he is. He's back at UA and he's looking after Eri specifically. So, and it's always nice to see Eri. Oh, cute little thing. Yeah, let's see. Shigaraki is jacked. I do like that because, yeah, before he was just kind of this skinny little shit, and now, honestly, now it's like, you know, with that, which, that whole thing I said about, like, oh, you know, his outfit is very similar to Shimura's. It's like, yeah, and then he lost half of his cape and his shirt, you know, was burned away by Endeavor. But I love that he's just fucking jacked now, you know? Like, he doesn't, it is, I mean, he's not, like, super, like, you know, Endeavor's fucking, like, jacked. He's, like, JoJo buff, you know? But you know, Shigaraki's, he's got it going on now. And good for him. And it's not just that, but he's also specifically bioengineered to be strong. So even without his quirks, he's putting up a hell of a fight, you know? And yeah, he's able to just sort of fly around just with his punches, which is what All Might and Deku do, you know? So it's crazy. So even without his quirks, he is still a force to be reckoned with, you know? And it's exactly the same as the original Nomu, you know? Water. Anyway. But yeah. So that was good. And then there's more Nomu out and about. At the very least, I like the Jackal one, you know? The one with the long snout and the super sharp teeth, and it's like that one looks really cool. The others, they're just whatever. It's like, hey, we need like 10 more Nomu, and someone, on their lunch break just drew these up real quick. Honestly, like, the most iconic Nomu is the original Nomu, you know? And after that, they've all been... And it feels like the mangaka, he made that Nomu first, obviously. He made that Nomu first, and, its name is Nomu, and then he started thinking, like, okay, well, what if there are a bunch of them? And it's like, okay, well, if there are a bunch of Nomu, they have to look... He basically has to derive all of their designs from the original design he created, you know? And now, I could be talking out of my ass. I don't know the process of how he made this manga. But that's what I would assume. But because of that, every Nomu is then derivative of the original, and the original is just the best. So now, 6 seasons in, or however, this is like episode 120 of the entire series, it's like, okay, yeah, here's just a bunch more Nomu. Okay, whatever. Shigaraki, Makia. Now there's the interesting stuff right there, you know? I love Deku and Bakugo going in specifically to save and protect Aizawa, you know? Whereas he's going on this whole thing of, I have to keep going. I have to protect, these children until they graduate and they really become heroes. And then here they come to stop Shigaraki and save him because they need him, you know? They need him. They care for him. I mean, honestly, he is very much... I mean, yeah, we talk about All Might sort of being... very much being a father figure to Deku, but Mr. Aizawa is right there, you know? He's right up there with that. I guess if you want to go with a sort of family structure... It could be like, well, Mr. Aizawa, maybe you could say he's your uncle. You know, he's your really cool uncle. Maybe sometimes a bit harsh, but he's the uncle you really care about. If All Might is your dad, and I'd put Gran Torino as grandpa. So yeah, if you want to do that, and Midnight is the mother that just got her shit slapped by a building. You know, that's not normally the familial archetype, but, well, that's what happened in this episode. So, but honestly, yeah, that is pretty much what happened, because she has that relationship with the students as well. You know, she's almost just as important. And I like that moment where, she entrusts this to Yaoyorozu, you know? So that was really, really good. I like that. We did have Shigaraki saying, there you are, or whatever, little brother, and it surprised both him and Deku, and it's like, what? And it's like, yeah, but then Shigaraki realizes, wait, I didn't mean to say that doesn't make any sense, and then he thinks about it, and it's like, oh, that's All for One. All for One is in my mind. And I like how he says, it's something like, your ego is you think your ego is bigger than it is, or it's too big or something. He's like, no, bitch. Like, you had your time. You're done. And honestly, it's exactly what All for One says to All Might towards the end of season 3, where it's like, I've left. My bird is, out on its own, my apprentice is out on his own. And, he'll grow up to hate me. But, that will let him forge his own path. And your apprentice hasn't done that, You don't have that because you haven't gone away. But mine, he will hate me, but he'll move forward because of that. And it's like, yeah, and now he's trying to, like, supplant his will into Shigaraki now. And Shigaraki's like, no, bitch. That's not happening. I'm doing this. You had your time. and yeah, he says, like, I'm grateful for how you raised me, but you're done. You know, you are in prison now. You are done. So it's an interesting thing. And again, that again feeds into, which honestly, it's very, I mean, you want to talk Star Wars because there are a lot of Star Wars influences on My Hero. That is definitely, I mean, it's supposed to be the classic, what we always hear about the Sith is that a Sith apprentice will, learn everything from their master and then kill their master, thus being more powerful than their master, and eventually their apprentice will become even more powerful than them, thus the Sith keep getting stronger and stronger, but they always kill their master. And Darth Vader, technically until the end-ish, didn't. He never had the ambition to supplant his master, even though he could have probably. He probably was always stronger, But that is definitely what's going on here, is that Shigaraki is like, okay, you're done. You are not going to take, even though, yes, I do want to take One for All, I want to do this because of me. I don't care about your whole history with all of this. Like, I just want to fucking destroy this country, So yeah. So that was interesting. We got a couple new moves out of Endeavor. We got, what was it, Hell's Curtain, and I think he said Vanishing Fist. And I don't think I spelled that correct. I think I put Vanishing Fist. That doesn't sound right, so I think I just missed an N in there. I can't see that. That was just a tiny dot I made. Oh well. Anyway, but yeah, I think he said Vanishing Fist, which is interesting. Which is interesting. You would think that would stick with he would stick with the sort of Flash Fire Fist moveset for all of his things. But whatever, Vanishing Fist sounds like the animation was fucking nuts. So, man, I mean, it's one of those interesting things. It's like at least I haven't heard about like time crunch on some of these anime, but some of this animation is fucking ridiculous, man. But I don't know. I hope the animators, they're paid properly in Japan, and they're not like overworked to get all this shit done. Because I mean, again, episode 6 and 7, it's not the beginning, it's not the middle, it's not the end of the season. This is in the middle of the season, and in the middle of the beginning of the season, and they're pulling out fucking animation like this. It's nuts, man. But yeah. And yeah, so as the fight continues, the students now have to face Makia. Oh, good luck with that. Good luck. I mean, again, I don't think we're going to lose anyone in our class, but that's kind of a, it's like, oh, it's this great inspiring thing, but it's giganto fucking Makia, So, I don't know. But good episodes. Definitely good episodes. I enjoyed them. And yeah, but it sucked to not watch episode 6 last week. But hey, it's fun to watch 2 of them in a row. And we will have to do this again, I think the first week of January. Or no, not the first week of January. We're going to have to do this the week of Christmas, because that will be the next week I take off. After that, we'll be good for the rest of the season. But yeah. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this, the sort of 2 episode in one deal. I kind of like when I do this sometimes, so yeah. But that is basically it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist for all of my My Hero Academia reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.